Okay?
Yes.
Ja, also ich habe dann Recording jetzt so. Und jetzt der letzte Teil der Präpositionen, Akkusativ oder Dativ, also die sogenannten Wechselpräpositionen. Das ist ganz einfach hier. Wenn wir die Präpositionen mit Dativ verwenden, die Frage, die dahinter steht, ist wo. Und wenn wir dieselbe Präpositionen mit Akkusativ verwenden, die Frage dahinter ist, wohin? Und was bedeutet das, wohin und wo? Das bedeutet hier ganz einfach, Akkusativ werden diese Präpositionen gebraucht, wenn es eine Aktion gibt, wenn etwas gemacht wird, when something is being done, an action is being performed, dann kommen diese Präpositionen immer mit dem Akkusativ. An, auf, in, über, unter, hinter, vor, neben und zwischen. Aber wenn es keine Aktion gibt, dann kommen diese Präpositionen mit dem Dativ. I hope this is how it was explained to you also when you learned it, or was it explained differently?
Genau. Wir haben schon
Das so gelernt. Ja?
genauer gelernt, ja.
So, das bedeutet jetzt, Aktion bedeutet, da ist eine Person da oder ein Subjekt, das oder die, der etwas tut, etwas macht. How do I know that there is an action? Also woher weiß ich, dass es eine Aktion gibt oder dass es keine Aktion gibt?
Direction.
How do I know that there's an action being performed?
Mit der Richtung. Zum Beispiel, I am jumping on the bed and I jump into the bed.
No, both of them are with jump and both are motion. So the important, both are motion. Both are motion. So what you know or what you know about motion or no motion or location is the verb. The verb tells you whether there's an action being performed or not being performed. It is a verb that defines it. Gehen is action, movement. Sein, bin. Ich bin here, I am here, no action, it shows a location. That is what is a distinguishing factor. You cannot interchange some of the verbs here, erstens und zweitens. If it is a new verb, you have to decide, is there an action being performed with that verb? So how do I know that? There will be a subject followed by that verb doing the action which that verb denotes on something else. So that action being performed on something else tells you there is motion involved. There is action here. And then any one of these 9 prepositions I have to use with accusative. Whereas when you are describing only the object, the action that is over, there is no one performing it anymore, then I have to change the verb. I can't use the same verb to perform the action. The meaning of that verb has to be different. I'll give you one confusing sentence. Also jetzt, Ich hänge das Bild an die Wand. Das Bild hängt an der Wand. Which sentence shows the action?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
ich hänge.
On the
Ich
one.
hänge. Ignore this part. Suppose this is not there. And suppose this is also not there. Ich hänge das Bild hängt. Where is the action?
Ich hänge das Bild.
Right.
Yes.
So somebody is performing this action of hanging the picture. What about das Bild hängt?
Already.
Already
hanging.
I'm shown.
Already.
Hanging there is shown da. There's no action here. So when you have such verbs which are used here and on the other side as well, all you have to do is check, is there an action here? When there is no action, it is automatically dative. Automatically dative. Er legt das Buch. Person performing the action. Wohin? Auf den Tisch. Das Buch liegt. Location. It's lying. Wo? Auf dem Tisch. Maria geht. Wohin? In das Kino. Maria ist. Wo? In dem Kino. Anne stellt ihre Schuhe. Wohin? Unter den Tisch. Die Schuhe stehen. Wo? Unter dem Tisch. So stellen, stehen. Legen, liegen. Sitz, setzen, sich setzen. Wohin? Seating, बिठाना.
Yes, sir. To come and
Sitzen, बैठना, बैठे रहना. So बिठाना अपने आप को, this is reflexive. Motion, accusative, wohin. Sitzt, बैठा हुआ है, कहाँ, location, वो, dative. Stellen, to place. Stehen, to be standing. Und was ist der Unterschied zwischen stellen und stehen?
So stellen is to put something vertical.
Yes.
And,
Can I
stay-
can I use that, Devika, mit Pencil, mit einem Bleistift stellen? Ich stelle den Bleistift, is it possible?
Nein.
Nein. Also welches Verb brauche ich hier?
stehen.
Legal.
Sorry,
Legen.
legen.
Legen. Because the normal position of a bleistift will be flat, horizontal. What about handi? On a
Legal.
table? Can it be stellen on a table?
Nein. Legal.
Legen.
Nein.
Legen. So your usage of the verb will depend on the object's natural position. What about this here?
Was ist das?
Ja,
And Buch.
still.
Buch. Okay.
So is this. Can I put it on a table like this?
Yes.
Ja.
So it can be stellen, na?
Yes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I put it on a table like this?
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Legal.
So I can use legen. Genau. So beide stellen und gehen, beide geht es. But on its own, can it hang?
No. Sir.
No,
No.
sir.
Because that's not the natural position for it. So you decide and choose the verb according to whatever Gegenstand, according to whatever you are employing there. Stuhl, Tisch, Fernseher, Schuhe zum Beispiel. Die sind alle stellen oder stehen. Because in a vertical position. Devika hat das sehr gut erklärt und sehr gut gemacht. Something that the natural position of which is upright, straight. If you're placing it, stellen. If it's already there, stehen. Okay? Whereas Legen will be for an object that cannot be made to stand. For example, my piece of cloth here. I can't make it stand on a table. So it has to be lying on the table. My clothes, for example, my shirt, my towel or whatever, on the bed. They won't be standing on the bed. They'll be lying on the bed. So either I lay them on the bed, that is Legen, or they are lying on the bed, Legen. I take a wall calendar, a mirror. I hang it on the wall. And the mirror or the calendar is hanging on the wall. Aber jetzt kommen wir zu der zweiten Teil hier. Was ist mein Bildschirm euch wieder klar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at auf. When do we use auf?
On the top of.
Yes, that means there is something touching that horizontal surface. We have a flat surface and something is put on this surface, touching it. Then it is auf. There is a vertical surface like a wall. The calendar, the picture, the mirror, und so weiter, have been put touching this vertical surface. Touching the vertical surface.
So on.
Then it is un. Please remember this. This un is also extended here to the picture here on the right side. Der Student, der Mann, die Frau or whatever, an den Tisch. Why is it an den Tisch? And not
As it,
auf den Tisch?
so as it's on dem Tisch, den
While the dish is stained,
by the
nicht
side
liegen.
of.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. You have to
Is
look at it as
by the side of table, not on the top of table.
why, then it should be neben, no? It should be neben, isn't it? Why are we using an?
The dish state,
Nine.
right?
क्योंकि सर वो पीछे से वो लेके बैठा है, सहारा लेके बैठा है.
Na. Na. Er setzt sich an den Tisch, er sitzt an dem Tisch. Why is it not neben dem Tisch? Right now I am sitting an. I am sitting right now an dem Tisch.
So it is touching it, maybe that's why.
But where am I touching the table? I'm not touching the table at all. ऐसे ही बैठा हूं मैं, देख, चलो हाथ ऊपर करके. But I'm on them dish. Why?
Working on the computer, that is.
Yeah, Anjali?
Sir, working on the computer, das ist einen Stehen und vielleicht.
No. It's a very simple explanation. If I give the table, I'll put this person here and give you the table here. Now, if you look at it from there, isn't there a vertical plane here? Invisible? Right? There is a vertical plane above and below the table also. If you have a table like this here, there's a vertical plane here, niche. The legs of that person go under the table. So when they go under the table, this vertical plane here is broken, is touched. If you've done a little bit of engineering, I have not. This should be clear to you. You are breaking this imaginary plane that is here. There is something extending from here. I go forward, then immediately this imaginary plane is broken here. See, coming from the edge of the table here, I'm about in front of that. Similarly, my legs are under the table, that imaginary plane is gone. But if I don't touch this imaginary plane on, it sits here. I'm moved back. The table is here in front of me. At this, I'm not touching it. My legs are also outside of that. They're not under that. They're not touching that imaginary plane. Then you can either say for in front of or neighbor. So that undaintish is, how do you put it in English? Wie sagt man das auf Englisch? Undaintish?
At the table.
At the table, not on the table. Er setzt sich an den Tisch. Und er sitzt am Tisch. At the table. Wenn wir sagen auf dem Tisch, dann sitzt er hier. Also diese Person sitzt hier on the table. Hier. He's sitting here. The food is on the table. Auf dem Tisch. On the flat surface. He is on the chair, flat surface. Also here. Please make sure that this concept is clear to you, which is why you are at the beach. Why at the beach? The sand is here. This part is the water. You are at the beach here because the water touches this and there is a dividing vertical plane. Water, sand. So when you are at the beach here, you will be at some stage touching the water that has gone past. So you are gone below the vertical plane.
And then strand, yeah. And then strand.
Ja, an den Strand, richtig. Ich gehe an das Telefon, sagt man auf Deutsch. An das Telefon. If you have a landline, ich gehe an das Telefon. Why on this telephone? Again, very clear. Normally, your telephone would be on a table. The moment you reach the table, your hand will stretch out. Immediately, this vertical plane is broken. Imaginary plane, it's not visible. Your hand stretches out to the telephone. So, on this telephone. Earlier, and you must have seen this in many Hollywood movies, the telephone was fixed on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're touching that vertical surface. You're touching on. The important thing to remember here, on vertical surface, auf horizontal surface. Which is why ich gehe an die Tür. I'm going to the door. Actually, when I'm going to the door, I will be stepping through the door and going out. That means that vertical surface I will be touching. Or sitting in a bus or a train. Ich setze mich an das Fenster. The window is here, I'll be touching it. Yeah, leaning up again on the window, touching that vertical thing. If I'm far away from it, not touching it, neither. It can't be auf. Auf is possible if your window has got a ledge, something to sit on. Then you go and sit on that ledge of the fenster. Important, horizontal, vertical. Horizontal contact auf, vertical contact an. Schluss. No contact, it could be neben, depending on how far or where you are. Über, no contact, über, opposite, unter. Hinter, also hinter mir, behind me, vor mir, in front of me. Und hier und hier. zwischen, between two objects. The others are easy. The catch is with an auf, and in means you're going into something. Und hier gibt es auch einen anderen Satz. Ich fahre in die Schweiz. Mit Countries, Ländernamen, die immer mit einem Artikel kommen, benutzen wir in und nicht nach. If that country has an article before its name, it's always used with in and not with nach. Ich fahre in die Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Aber ich fahre nach Deutschland. The word Deutschland does not have an article. But the Bundesrepublik Deutschland is die Bundesrepublik. It can be used without the article. Also, ich fahre in die Bundesrepublik. Ich fahre in die USA, in die Vereinigten Nationen, in the United States. In die USA. Aber ich fahre nach Amerika. America, no article. So, nach is okay. But with articles, in. Ich arbeite in den USA. USA is plural. So, Dative plural. In den USA. Ich wohne in den USA. Ich wohne in der Schweiz. Ich arbeite in der Schweiz. So, countries which have articles before their names have to be used with the article and the preposition will change. It won't be nach anymore. Dazu gibt es also einige Länder, aber wir brauchen nur die Schweiz, die Türkei, die USA vielleicht und das reicht. The others we don't need right now. There are a couple of other countries in the Middle East that come with a different article. Der Iran, der Irak zum Beispiel. Otherwise nach. Fragen hier? Any doubts, any questions?
Alles klar.
I'm sure you were aware of this earlier.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wanted every one of us to be thoroughly refreshed. So when we do this exercise tomorrow, ich bringe das morgen wieder mit, diese Übung, we should be able to do this without any hesitancy whatsoever. Without hesitancy, without even thinking that the answer should come out like this. So, okay, we'll do this tomorrow. We'll just sleep on it today. Darüber nachdenken bitte oder Gedanken machen. And don't think prepositions are a problem. Prepositions are not a problem. I don't know what your teachers may have told you. बहुत मुश्किल है preposition. ध्यान इस पे देना पड़ेगा तुम्हें. सीखना पड़ेगा. Don't believe that statement at all, please. And I apologize to your teachers also. Prepositions are a problem because you are translating. They will change in the other language. That's why they become a problem. Ich fahre mit dem Bus. Auf Deutsch sagt man, ich fahre mit dem Bus oder mit dem Zug, mit dem Auto. Correct? Ist das richtig? Was ich gesagt
Ja,
habe?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So, wie heißt das auf Hindi?